Okay, so if you were to graph this, it would look something like this, right? So we're trying to figure out the height. And so let's see, how is this? So the y-intercept's a little high up, so I'm gonna just kind of draw the XY axis here. So the rocket's gonna launch, right? So you have to figure out the time at which it hits its height, its apex right here. So the formula that we're going to use for this, so we can figure out the vertex of T and H right here, that formula is negative B divided by 2A. And so here's my A and my B value right there, the coefficients of those values. So let's see, we're going to have negative 277 divided by 2 times negative 4.9. So let me go ahead and put that in the calculator and see what we get here. Now you have to be careful on how you put this in the calculator. So let me turn this on and show real quick. Let me get out of here. So negative 277 divided by, now if I go ahead and put 2 times negative 4.9, that's not going to read it correctly. So I need to put the denominator in parentheses, because what will happen is it will divide by 2, but then multiply the result by negative 4.9. So that's why I need to put this all together in parentheses. So 2 times negative 4.9 in parentheses. So it's getting divided by the product here. So we'll go ahead and do that. And so we get about 28.265 or so. See, I wonder what that is as a fraction. That's pretty messy as a fraction. All right, so let's see, we'll round that to 28.265. Okay, so it is rounded, and so it says round 2 decimal places. By the way, this isn't the answer. This is just the t value. I got to figure out h now. So I did an extra decimal place just to be safe. So if you are using one of these calculators, though, let's go back to the decimal. There is a way that you can plug in this exact number. So I'll do it both ways because I'm kind of curious how much it will differ by. So I'm going to start with the exact answer. So the way you can do it on these graphing calculators is if I were to plug in negative 4.9, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to press second and the negative key because it says answer in yellow right there, or that little mustard colored. So I do that and see it says answer. So it takes my answer from up above, my answer, the 28.265, blah, blah, blah. And so I want to square that. And then I'm going to do plus 277, and then I want to multiply that by the answer from the previous part again. So I'll press second and that negative key. So this is answer. So I'm going to multiply it by the answer above. And then plus 241, plus 241. And so we get this value right here. So we go ahead and get a snippet of that to put in the notes. Let's see. Right there. Paste it. Okay, so that's the exact right there. Let's see if the rounded answer was about the same. So let's see, go back to my calculator. Now this time I'm actually going to type in all the values. So let's see, negative 4.9 times 28.265 squared. Square that. Then let's see, plus 277 times 28.265 again. And then plus the 241. All right, let's see. Oh, yep, that was good. It was pretty much give us the exact same answer. So you might just want to round a couple extra decimal places. So even though it says 2, you might want to round that one 3 until you actually get to your final result. And you can see that we essentially got the same thing. So I'm going to go ahead and put a snippet of that in the notes also. Here we go. So you can kind of see that, yeah, we get the same thing. All right, hope that helps.